What is up, guys? Dave Von Doom coming at you from Queens, New York, as usual, and I am here with this...
With Billy Bombs, and I'm reading this trash for DC Nation and Brian Michael Bendis' new run on Superman. Looks like he's going to get rid of Lois and Jonathan Kent, which is Superman's son. So, all that growing up with comic books, with characters and watching them evolve, it's all out the window. It's all trash. But in honor of one episode we just watched of Diversity in Comics, we're going to start refer to this episode as Comics Are Afghanistan.
Oh, yes.
Because, holy shit, DC's taking the plunge into social justice warriors with the worst people known to man. Well, the worst person known to man. It's only one. It's one. It's one problem. And I didn't know what, I have no idea what's going on with it. Because I like to give comic writers a chance. Like, I think Eternity Girl, written by Mags, I always mess up her name, Visiaggio.
Okay.
Who is a transgender person who went from a boy and is now a woman named Magdalene. Which is great because it kind of fits with Eternity Boy becoming Eternity Girl. You got to check out the book and read it. But what's stressing me out is how everybody's flipping out about a chick named Zoe Quinn, who I've never heard of up until I watched Diversity in Comics. But Abe's going to fill me in with what the hell that is.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell is going on with Gamergate? What the hell that is?
And so Gamergate spills into every other media that any type of fucking nerd, sci-fi fan...
How low can you go? We're going to go low!
Awesome geek subculture, whatever it is now trying to permeate other forms of media. Zoe Quinn is famous for Gamergate. If you don't know what Gamergate is, there's a ton of fucking videos of it.
But Abe's going to fill you in, though.
But essentially, it was basically about comic book ethics. From what I remember, she was...
Comic book ethics?
I'm sorry. Game developer and journalist ethics.
Okay.
So, like, she was sleeping with, like, a game journalist, and he was the guy that was, like, reviewing her games. Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Nah.
And from what I heard, he put her up for an award. Multiple awards.
Yeah. It basically was the slingshot that started a shit ton of social commentary YouTubers that are really, really popular now. Biggest one of all of them is probably Sargon of Akkad. I've been watching him for like a couple of years. He started with Gamergate. If you really look into it, like if you watch Mundane Matt's videos, which you can, like, he's kind of biased because she wrote a book and then shat on him, and from what I understand, lied about him. So he's got like a bone to pick with her always. She's done like some really questionable shit. There's another chick called Candace Owens who had, she's like a political chick, like a conservative chick.
All right.
That had like run-ins with her, and if you hear the story of what she was saying with like her interactions with Zoe Quinn, were like kind of psychotic and manipulative. So I mean, whatever you think about Candace Owens, I don't particularly care for her, but it's kind of weird. So now what they're doing is DC is hiring Zoe Quinn, someone who has absolutely no background in comic book writing at all.
Okay.
Just skip the line across God knows how many dudes that have been doing shit for 10 years, 15
Women
years.
writers as well.
Yeah,
it's not just that. You know what I mean? Like, it's people that have been writing for a while that are working their way up, and they've been skipped ahead. Really
quickly, right? So she's essentially the CM Punk of the comic book world.
Yeah, what CM Punk is to UFC is what Zoe Quinn is to comic books.
Exactly. So,
and we just got over this crap with Marvel Comics.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of interesting. Like, it's weird. Because...
No, it's odd because, like, you look at it and everybody was complaining about social justice warrior characters and bitching and moaning about Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, Squirrel Girl. You don't have to buy the books. Let the people who enjoy the books buy them, read them.
Yeah.
They're the fan base. Yeah. If you got a problem with it, move on. A lot of people did not like this writer who I always mess up his name, so I'm trying my best to pronounce it. Ta-Nehisi Coates, but he's writing Captain America right now, and it looks excellent. Yeah. It looks excellent. And like the thing is though, you have to give it 3 or 4 issues. And what's killing me is a lot of people don't like Mark Waid anymore because he's the big Avenger towards everybody against social justice warrior comic books, which I understand. But he's also my favorite writer growing up.
Dude, he
wrote Kingdom Come.
Yeah. I
Kingdom
told you this earlier.
Fantastic Four, where it's got the coolest cover of the baby of Sue Storm's youngest kid. We're spelling out Doom with blocks, and Doom takes her to hell, Valeria, and it's sick. He makes a deal with the devil and ruins the Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
it's a great run. One of the best single. No, it's like 2-part issue. The ever-loving blue-eyed end of the world, where there's a bunch of things happening. Where the Thing it starts rising up other characters as the Thing, and he's got to fight them off. It's such a good run.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Unfortunately, he's apparently has a history of being pretty belligerent.
A history of violence towards comic book fans.
Yeah.
And no offense, man. Like and like people, and I feel bad. Like people insult him for not having a family or any life outside of there.
Yeah.
But I don't know this guy. I didn't even know. It's not my business to know.
Yeah.
I just read his books.
Who cares?
You know what I mean? I liked his Justice League books. I like his writing growing up. I'm a big fan of him. There's a lot of writers I have problems with.
Yeah.
And people go off on, and Ta-Nehisi is one of them. And I was like, for what? Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Yo, I like his Black Panther. It's, the new Black Panther. It's like, it takes place in the future, and Wakanda's now like a interplanetary government. But it's like in the future, you know what I mean? It's like a different setting. He took it right out of Earth and let's try something different. I think issue 2 just came out.
It's just like a completely different thing, as if it was like a what if type of thing, or
no, it's a series in the future. Yeah, like I guess he's like, yo, let me try something new, and I like it. Yeah, and the artwork is from one of the dudes who do Uncanny X-Force. So I was like, I'm on board.
Yeah.
Like you got to give it a shot. But what kills me is everybody's stressing about Zoe Quinn. And what you're doing is you're giving her unneeded publicity, because what happens, everybody's saying, I'm going to buy every single issue that comes out. I'm going to critique the fuck out of it.
Well, yeah.
Every single issue. You're just raising up sales because now everybody wants to buy.
Money. Yeah,
you're giving her money.
Of course.
And now she's going to be the best writer in the world without ever having to write a single word, because you're just judging it.
I mean, the thing is like, it's like, all right, it's kind of one of those things where it's your job to kind of like critique shit, right? Mm-hmm. Like at that point. So I guess the idea is like, I'm gonna critique this shit. I'm gonna show you how terrible it is, so you don't have to fucking buy it. And the thing is, if the guys have enough reach, then people will be like, oh, this looks terrible. I don't think I'm gonna buy this. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's gonna be people that are gonna buy it because they, whatever. Some of them, like I've seen the shit, like the books that are set to come out. There's like 2 or 3 that look good.
Oh yeah, like we can go over some of them. I actually have it on the iPad.
And the thing is that the point is like, when it's so obvious that you're pandering to like a certain demographic or whatever it might be, people notice it and people get aggravated. It's not like, it's not rocket science, I guess. It's like human nature. You're like, I'm not that stupid, right? I know what you're doing.
Yeah, but what bugs me out is people complaining about books like Border Town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's about, let me read it. It's like a riff.
Just read this. Yeah.
I'm going to read the synopsis. There's a crack in the border between worlds, releasing an army of monsters from Mexican folklore into a small town of Devil's Fork, Arizona. Yeah. The residents blame the ensuing weirdness, the shared nightmares, the otherworldly radio transmissions, the mysterious goat mutilations on god-dang illegals. With racial tension supernaturally charged, it's up to the new kid in town, Frank Dominguez, and a motley crew of high school ministers to discover what's really going on.
See, that synopsis is completely fine up until you just assume that everyone in the town is just a fucking racist. Like I think that's the problem that people have. It's like,
it is. But like, I like books like that because I'm into folklore. I'm a Hellboy guy.
But that's what I'm saying. Everything about that book sounds awesome. Mm-hmm. Shit from Mexican folklore is dope. A rift, it's sci-fi. I love stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then the enemy is not just like whatever the fuck, something coming from that rift. The enemy is just like some dickheads that, I mean, how many people are like, how is that going to be such a big problem? Like, that they're basically the villains in the entire book, right? So you're talking about, because how many people are exactly going to be like, oh, it's those fucking illegals? You're telling me like it's going to be the entire town? That's why it's weird.
There's a thing I got to tell you about.
Yeah.
It might not be anything like that. It might be more about this kid Frank Dominguez saving everybody from monsters and all that other stuff. and they just threw that part in just because maybe that's what DC Vertigo wants. They want it to be more. And you know what? If it gets this guy, hold on. If it gets this guy's book written, and it's an amazing story, and he adds in about like, what do they call that when cultural reference about how messed up everything is in America? That's awesome because it's an imprint of this time.
Yeah,
you know what's going on, so it'll be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it sounds great, and
I like the artwork.
You just don't want to demonize an entire group of people. Like you don't want to be like, oh,
yeah, but it's a fake
it
town.
Up to goddamn illegals, which is kind of like, oh, what are you trying to say? Like, is everyone that lives on a border town like a fucking racist? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, it's a border.
It's not necessarily like whatever, but it's, some people see that, especially people that are really hypersensitive to like, who really notice like political stuff like that, and then you're like, oh shit, like really, what are you trying to say? Like, fuck you, I'm not a racist because I live in Arizona. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's
Arizona's not the best place on earth neither.
That's where it comes from. No, of course. I mean, I've never been to Arizona, so I have no idea.
Well, I've been in Mexico. There's some great people out there.
Hot. Like, it just seems really fucking hot. No, thank you. And I don't like sand too much unless it's by water. But
but here's the thing: DC has a couple of other books coming out that I don't know too many of the writers, but I will give it a shot because you have to. Yeah, I gave Gerard Way a chance with Doom Patrol, and I love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Isn't he one of the guys that's working?
No, he's not at all. I think he's done.
Doom Patrol is just Vertigo, wasn't it?
It's Vertigo, but this is relaunch. These are not relaunches; they're new books.
No,
So give it a shot. Read them if you want it. But if you don't want to read Goddess Mode by Zoe Quinn, don't buy the book. Yeah. Every single person I know is going to buy issue 1, maybe 2 or 3 copies.
No, they're going to.
Because we live in a society of number ones.
Oh God, that's like one of the most awful things. I am so happy that we don't have that in gaming. I'm so fucking happy that we don't have that in gaming. There's no like number one re-releasing. Nah, it's a digital medium. We're just gonna go on Steam and buy this fucking game. Like there's none of this bullshit. Which is an unfortunate direction. Yeah, that's because it's Apple, my friend. You should know better. You should really know better.
I'll slap the hat off your head.
Shut up. You won't touch this hat.
I have my own. He goes for...
But the thing is like, you've got that. You fired the I forget exactly what her position was. The girl that
the big deal also is that they fired the president of DC, I think, Entertainment for how bad the movies went for Justice League. And then some people are accusing DC of hiring Zoe Quinn as a cover up for the fact they fired the lady. Yeah. And I'm like a little bit confused by that, because DC Vertigo's always been kind of driven by women. Yeah. Like women. Not women creators like some, but like
management.
Management, yeah. I think the first editor of DC was a woman named Karen Berger. Yeah, she's awesome. Okay. She introduced a book. Neil Gaiman's Sandman, which brought in tons of women to reading comics. Yeah. But here's the funny part: it's about a guy that's the Sandman. You know what I mean? Like he's a male character, but it brought women readers. You don't have to be all female character driven female characters to drive the story. As long as it's a good story, somebody will catch on. It just maybe there are a lot of great women writers out there. Like I'm a big fan of Gail Simone because I'm a huge Secret Six fan, which is like the best, and it became Suicide Squad. Yeah. She's a great writer, but just the way that people bug out on her, I'm like, yo, man, you don't have to read the book.
Yeah,
that's. And then they fight with other writers. They're like, oh, the writers are saying shit back. Like, I don't want you to buy my book. Hey, fair enough, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is like, it's if someone's like, this is the thing. If somebody's just critiquing your work, you can't get butthurt about it. Like, you can't get butthurt about it. Like, if somebody's like,
I don't really think it's the people critiquing. There's the people tagging them on it. Twitter,
well,
Instagram,
that's a consequence of
what Mark Waid does to other people, from what I learned, which really freaks me out. How's the guy who writes some of the best Superman story about how, like, he's reconnecting with the world and how Shazam? Come on, that part when Shazam saves everybody, he chooses life. Oh, all right, come on, man, you're such a good writer.
Yeah.
You have lost your fucking mind.
Well, yeah, you got to understand. Like, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean. It's a consequence of being on the internet and being a personality on the internet and having some kind of like celebrity status in some subculture. Like, I mean, comic book writers aren't celebrity status. They're just writers. They're
Yeah,
not
but
like,
as
it's
soon
not
as
like
Mark
it's not
Waid
like
shaves
Marvel.
his head and chases me down the block with a fucking umbrella, he's famous to me.
Did you do that to David Tell? The
I didn't chase David Tell.
I don't know, but you fucking yelled at him and pointed like mad years.
He was so excited.
He was just like, he's a lot smaller than I thought he was.
I'm a lot fatter.
Yeah, well, see, I'm a lot fatter too. Don't worry about it. But two big fat dynamos. So the
that was the name of the other show we used to do.
Big fat dynamos.
Yeah, double dose of big fat dynamos.
The big fat dynamos. I'm gonna Photoshop our heads onto the two fat motorcycle twins.
Yeah, I don't need to. I just need to shave this a little bit. I already got the pants for it.
I fucking hate you. Well, yeah. So like, it's weird because I haven't really seen SJW stuff, or I'm gonna use the term SJW because I'm getting tired of using it. The social justice stuff, in DC stuff, unless I just haven't been paying attention.
I haven't seen it either because they just continued writing stories.
Yeah,
but that's the part that's killing me. It's like, why did? Because Marvel is like not stressing it as much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I liked Jane Foster as Thor, and that was a pretty good storyline. Now Jason Aaron's taking over Thor. It's gonna be back to the Odin son.
Oh yeah,
and it'll be good.
Yeah.
But Jane Foster's character was great. But
yeah.
Maybe it's gonna lead up to something bigger. But but Marvel suffers from like fucking main event, like big event every year syndrome, where it's every something. Oh, but that brings up my favorite main event writer, my favorite big event summer writer. Brian fucking Bendis. With the wrestler?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why.
Brian
Pillman
Bendis?
came into my mind. Go ahead. Yeah.
I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah, well, Brian,
I'll read
don't
any
shit on Brian Pillman.
No, I love Brian Pillman.
Oh, you better fucking.
I love the Hollywood Blondes. But I just don't like Brian Bendis because he called Spider-Man a racist and he had a tiff.
Wait, what?
He's the guy who started this all years ago. Where he says Spider-Man is a racist character and it should be changed and all that stuff. So Stan Lee got upset and had a tiff with him and was like, well, why don't you write new characters?
Oh, yeah.
All right?
Apparently Stan Lee's pretty woke, but...
he is, but he was one of those like, yo, write a new character. Write somebody new. So he wrote Miles Morales, which is a great character. He's the new Spider-Man.
I don't know anything about Miles.
He's Hispanic and
Cuban,
black.
I think, right?
I thought he was Puerto Rican and black.
No, you might be right.
But if he's from New York, we're from New York, so we know, like, you're Puerto Rican, and Haral was just here. He's black.
Yeah.
If you guys got together and had a kid. Oh, yeah, he's funny as hell. But anyway, so he started creating his own character.
Yeah,
that's great. It's a great storyline, new storyline. A kid of this age, because how much can Spider-Man be in college? How much can Spider-Man? He's been going for 25 years.
Yeah.
High school is 40, and then you got idiots like Joe Quesada who's like, we're gonna start over and we're gonna get rid of his kid and his marriage and everything. It was so bad that J. Michael Straczynski was like, take my name off that book.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, I did not write that. I was forced. But all right, but Brian Michael Bendis now, he's a good writer. He's a phenomenal writer. I first time I read any of his stuff was I think Sam and Twitch from Image Comics.
Twitch. Okay, yeah.
And then I fucking love Powers, the best fucking series on that he wrote. It's awesome. Really I got the big omnibuses. I'm waiting for the one that has the FBI ones where they become FBI agents. It's at my mom's house in storage, all those big oversized books. But it's awesome. But the thing is, though, also he got caught ripping off a lot of people. Yeah. There's a series of comics called Astro City, where every year what Marvel does every year, like big event, like Secret Invasion, where you don't know who's a Skrull, which is actually going to be like the Captain Marvel movie, which I'm excited by. With
that's cool.
Was anybody go playing?
I have no idea. I only know her from Kong Island.
That's really good. Skull Island is great. Yeah, that's a great movie. I don't care what anybody says. You got to give that movie a chance.
What, Kong Island?
No, Captain Marvel. You
Oh,
have to watch it. Don't bitch and moan until you see it.
Yeah.
But that's Secret Invasion. And then another one is when Captain America gets killed. Not Captain America gets killed, but this guy becomes president. What's his name? Fucking Norman Osborn. He becomes Iron Patriot.
Oh, okay.
And then there was another one right after that where Asgard lands on Earth, or like, but that's another writer. But like, all this stuff is Astro City single issues.
Yeah. Okay.
This is what Kurt Busiek writes in one issue. Marvel's like, yo, we can make this into a 2-year run.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We can steal everything.
Milking it. Yep.
Yeah, give the guy credit. Kurt Busiek is the best writer out there.
It's
and here's the fucked up part. On my if I had a top 10 list of the most brilliant writers out there, it's Kurt Busiek, Mark Millar, Grant Morrison, Mark fucking Wade. Number 5, I'm not putting Frank Miller in the top 5 because that's not my time. Like
what do you mean?
It's before? That's the 80s.
Oh,
the 80s. You know, I grew up in the 90s books. I was born in 84. You know what I mean? Like by the time I learned how to read, I was reading like the first books I was reading was like Larry Hama's G.I. Joe. You know what I mean? And fucking what else was I reading? I was reading fucking sorry for all the cursing. Like the early Fantastic Four books. I think it was and then Spider-Man written by Dave Michelin, which had Todd McFarlane's art. Then later on Eric Larson, who I'm a huge diehard fan.
Oh yeah.
So I'm a '90s kid. I'm a fucking '90s kid.
Yeah.
But those writers were fucking great. Grant Morrison in 2000 something wrote All Star Superman. That's the pinnacle Superman, where he has all.
Wait, who was it?
Grant Morrison.
Okay.
Wrote All Star Superman. Now Brian Michael Bendis.
Oh, yeah.
Bendis was in the top 5 too. His Ultimate Spider-Man is awesome. Powers is awesome. Mark Millar wrote Ultimates. Ultimate Line was great.
Yeah.
It was fucking phenomenal. But, you know, like, you gotta, like... I don't know if he's just trying to be edgy by accusing people of that shit. But you gotta rely about being racism in comics. You'll create new characters. We'll read it.
Yeah.
Luke Cage. We read it. Fucking... Marvel Comics Presents, which I'm a huge fan of, had issues about different characters, different heroes. Luke Cage was in there. Not White Tiger, but they call it Tiger, where Tyger then Tiger. And then White Tiger was like a Puerto Rican chick from the Bronx, which is a really cool character.
Yeah.
You gotta make new characters, but you gotta give them good storylines.
Yeah, that's...
Like, they made a Ghost Rider Hispanic guy who's I think was Mexican.
I think,
yeah,
right?
Mexican.
Yeah,
He's driving a car now.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Now the new one is a Space Ghost Rider. You're like, come on, man. You could do so much.
Space Ghost Rider?
It's great. Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Wait, but does he... Wait, if he's a Space Ghost Rider, like, is he interviewing, like, Ozzy and stuff like that, like, on Adult Swim? Like,
no, not that kind of Ghost Rider.
I was hoping it was, like... I thought... because I thought Space Ghost was just
Wrong Ghost.
Space Ghost... Space
No,
Ghost
but here's the thing.
Ghost
That's
Rider,
also...
which would be fucking amazing.
No, but here's the fucked up part. He's also a ripoff of a book from Invincible by Robert Kirkman.
Wait, who's a ripoff of that?
Fucking Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Oh, Jesus
They already
Christ.
got one. They call him the Space Rider.
It's like nobody can come up with any new ideas anymore.
No, but
it's like, what the fuck's going on?
Donnie Cates, I think is the guy who wrote it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
But the backstory, I'm not going to ruin it for you. Go pick it up, Thanos Rising or Thanos. All those trades are awesome by Donnie Cates. Check him out. It's a new spin on a Ghost Rider.
Okay.
And that Space Rider from this series. So it's good. Check it out.
Yeah.
That's a book to fucking pick up. Now he has his own ongoing with it. I think issue 2's coming out, so I'm gonna get 1, 2. Which pick up my shoe. No.
Yeah.
But hold on. But back to what I was saying earlier about stealing characters and all that stuff. Oh fuck! I had it on my tip of my tongue and I just went. Bloop.
Yeah, you can.
I am. Because like shit. What was I going? But anyway, what were you saying?
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like anyone has any new ideas anymore, and they're kind of just. It's like, all right, no one really has new ideas, right? So everyone's just like, everyone kind of takes the stuff that they're familiar with and then kind of uses their own approach on it, right? So that's usually every character throughout fucking history. Nothing is like entirely original. They always got it from something.
Yeah, but then
right?
they'll have.
But now it's like so derivative that you're like, we did this already 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? Like it's and
it's true. But like, let's see what comes out next.
I feel like this is happening in culture overall.
It is. But here's what kills me.
Like,
oh yeah, like the 80s was big when we were teenagers.
When like
90s is big
now it's 90s. Then it's gonna be early 2000s.
Early 2000s, which is like American hardcore. We're really into.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Which is awesome. Mm-hmm. But the other thing I was thinking of, when they talk about like stories written about like with female characters, stories written about female characters, where they had to start like She-Hulk. That's a great book, but Dan Slott wrote it.
Mm.
So if, I want to say, but Birds of Prey by Gail Simone is phenomenal too. And then Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Who the hell wrote Harley Quinn? It's on the tip of my tongue because everybody remembers Terry Dodson artwork and his wife.
Yeah.
Terry and Rachel Dodson's artwork in there.
Mm.
Then there are a lot of, and then Catwoman's a good storyline, but that was written by Will Pfeiffer. Like you need to have like if give women a chance to write their stories, maybe because nobody understands what it's like to be a woman more than a woman. So why don't you write the action adventure? So like, but then I can't bitch and moan because I like Secret Six, written by Gail Simone, and she had two characters that were like lesbians that were leaders of the team, and they were the character driven storylines with Deadshot and Catman.
Okay.
Which I can't believe I'm saying Catman's awesome.
Catman.
He is.
That sounds just weird. That sounds like it just doesn't go together for some strange reason.
It don't, but it's cool. She reinvented the character. She reinvented Deadshot. The only reason Suicide Squad movie came out was because of Secret Six.
The only Catman is Panthro. I'm sorry. That's it. Panthro is the only Catman.
True. But I don't know what's going to happen with comic books like for DC right now, but I'm hoping it gets better.
I mean, this is going to be a big giant shit show. People are kind of just going to be like, bleh, it's going to sell a couple of... They're going to be like, bleh, it's me. That couple of fucking...
Oh, like when you stabbed me in the fucking Target? This guy thought he was Thor, Loki, and he just went up to me. I was like, hey, what's up? He's like, hey, it's me. And stabbed me with a plastic sword. Like right in the stomach. I yelled out like, ah! But here's the thing. If you don't like Zoe Quinn's book, don't buy it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Since everybody's going to buy number one, why don't you read it?
Well, the thing...
And if it stinks, stop reading it.
Well, yeah, the thing is it's just really odd that they would be going in that direction after Marvel's, like, sales with that stuff. And they were like, nah, we're not doing this stuff anymore.
And the worst part is,
it's weird.
They shit on Dan Slott's run on Spider-Man, saying he has, like, a woman's agenda. Or, no, not women's agenda. He has a political agenda with all this stuff. Like, read the books. They were fun. I loved Red Goblin. Yeah. That idea was great. Most people complaining are not in this for the marathon of reading comics. Yeah. Sometimes they're in it just to be mad. And to be honest with you, like, I'm a big fan of diversity in comics, watching his videos, and he goes over books he don't like, but he still picks them up, reads them, and gives them a shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how you buy them shits. Yeah, I mean, he's
Marvel ain't sending them to you free to shit on them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think it's just I think it's a really weird thing that's happening because it doesn't make sense that it didn't work for Marvel. Why does DC think that it's going to work for them?
I don't know. I'm a little bit weirded out because DC Vertigo's always been good.
And you're literally letting somebody jump the line who has never written a book to have her own book. It's like,
she writes. Really? Supposedly, she's big on writing storylines for video games.
Yeah.
I know nothing of that. I just know comic books.
I don't know because everything that I've ever seen or anyone that I've ever seen speak about it says that they're really bad and the stories are very badly written. I don't know that from experience.
But they're really badly written, award-winning stories.
Award-winning? I have no idea.
No, because the guy who gave out the award.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Jesus fucking Christ! Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they are award-winning.
But I think we're going to have to wrap it up because we're going to start babbling some more.
Well, yeah.
But let us know what you think in the comments, and if you want to insult the hell out of us, go for it. But I will argue with you back.
This is unfortunately a thing that's happening. She's going into comic books, right?
And the war begins.
And then
and diversity in comics said it best. Comics is Afghanistan. You're not going to win.
Yeah,
you're not going to destroy comics. And it's like everybody's going to go to war with this one.
Yeah, and now
like all of us. All of us, man.
Yeah.
Oh, what has Spider-Man sold? 128,000 books a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I don't care what. I don't care if you're a man, woman, child, a transgender, whatever you describe yourself, black, white, Asian, whatever nation you describe yourself in.
Whatever identity
you want to call yourself, stand up for your own books because you don't want your storylines to be ruined. And by like letting people shit on them, don't buy the books. You don't like it, and hell, give everything a chance, and everybody deserves to be identified in the storylines. Because I have relatives who are Muslim, and I'm happy that my nieces can have books to read like Miss Marvel and identify with them. Let them read it. Let them enjoy it. But that doesn't mean I'm going to pick up every single issue. But if there's a sick storyline, I will pick up the trade for it and read it. Because I will give it a chance because I'm a comic book guy. I'll always be a comic book guy and I want to read it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The dumbest book I thought I picked up was The Humans.
Yeah.
About a biker gang of apes.
That looks so amazing.
It's so much fun.
Looks so good.
We're gonna do a review of it when I'm done with volume 2 and volume 3, or not volume 3 of the trade, but it's continuing on. Is coming back. I'm on it. I'm a trade guy.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: pick up the issue 1 because everybody's going to.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel like you don't want to have FOMO, fear of missing out.
Well, if you're afraid to buy the book, it's not coming out first of all till December. So you got like 6 months.
You got 6 months of bitching on us.
Yeah,
Jawbreaker's probably coming out before that, and then you could bitch about that all day.
Yeah.
But if you want to read it, read it.
Yeah.
You have every right to.
Well,
it's America.
Well, the thing is like if you don't want to read it, there's tons of dudes that will buy it for you. Will buy it for you and read it in front of a camera, and then you can decide whether you want to buy it.
Yeah, but like, listen, if you liked any of these books, if you like Zoe Quinn's Goddess Mode,
well, if you like that style, then yeah.
No, if you like it, buy it. Let it go ongoing. The only thing because in the end, no matter what anybody else says, we live in a real fucked up world right now where Trump's a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Not a lot of weird. And the country's going in a real bad direction. There's some people getting deported who don't need that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad shit going on. You have control over your money. You can buy what you want. You can read what you want. We have freedom of speech here. They don't have that in Canada. You know what I mean?
Or the UK.
Especially the UK.
Europe is.
There's a reason we fought a war and won.
Yeah.
I didn't want to hear about no stupid wedding. Or some stupid
oh
royal birth. I literally was like,
I've been telling people, I'm like, listen, I was not partial to the UK at all. Now I'm like, damn, they're kind of our cousins, but then at the same time, I'm like, man, I'm kind of glad we crushed the crown like 200 years ago.
Yeah, but here's the thing, I'm a big fan of like a lot of food from all over the world, but those guys like travel the world and crush everything, and now people blame this country like that. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's too much politics. That's too much everything.
That's
I'm going off the whole thing.
So before we go, this is happening also. They're trying to go into tabletop gaming. So now you got Zoe Quinn going into comic books from Gamergate, which is just probably is gonna spell disaster. She's probably gonna try to do the same thing. And Anita Sarkeesian, famously also another part of Gamergate, is now going to tabletops, and now she's gonna try to take that away from the regular blobby neckbeards that love tabletop gaming.
I'm offended by that comment.
Which is really fucking.
Not as a gamer, but as a neckbeard.
As a neckbeard.
As a tree beard.
As a tree beard. So I don't know. That's the way it goes. We'll see. They're probably gonna end up getting crushed if the books are not good. The market will decide, and
because in the end, it's all about the almighty dollar.
People will disappear.
DC is still owned by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
And Warner Brothers, there's a reason why Mickey don't fucking go off kilter in some of his own storylines. They crush his ass.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that you have it's like that guy that was writing putting anti-Jew stuff in his books.
Oh, for the X-Men books?
It's like people are gonna see that and you're gonna
pro-Muslim or
no, it was like straight. I think it was like derogatory Jew stuff.
Really? I have one of those issues.
I could be wrong, and I could be just fucking
No, you're right. You're right about the writing in there, but I had no idea what it was because I don't follow any religious books.
There was just shit there would be there in the background you'd see
in the clouds and shit.
Yeah, you'd see graffiti on the wall that was whatever Zionist or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know, and stuff like that. You just have. The thing is that you need psychopaths to shit on that kind of stuff to keep those people in check, because then they're gonna start creeping in, and then the whole industry is gonna become like that. So you might think some of those guys are really annoying because they're finding shit to bitch about, but at the same time they're the people that keep.
They're the watchdogs. They're the watchdogs on media. Exactly. You know what? You need that because I would never even knew about any of the stuff if I didn't look on YouTube to watch those.
It's
videos.
It's funny because I started thinking about stuff like that because I'm some of these people are annoying, but somehow they're necessary. In some way, they're necessary to the overall culture.
Is it like History of the World Part 1?
Wait, what do you mean?
The birth of the artist. and then the birth of the critic, and he pisses on it.
Yes, exactly. It's almost they serve a necessary function. But yeah, whatever you might think, it's just it is what it is. Shit happens, and we're here to bitch about it. So that's I like.
We're gonna be here once a week.
I like fucking bitching.
Maybe more than often. Let's see how often we put out a video. Let's see how desperate we are for fans.
If you live in New York and you ain't bitching, something is going on.
You ain't trying.
Either you were born with money, or there's something seriously wrong with you, and you're actually in Creedmoor and you don't realize it. So. I mean, that's what
all
we
our
do.
Queens friends here at Creedmoor.
Yeah. We pay respects to those we lost to Creedmour. But anyways.
Can't say the guy's name without getting sued.
So, anyways, I think that about wraps it up. I'm Abe Von Doom.
I'm Billy Bombs.
Subscribe, do whatever you can. I know we're in and out every couple of weeks.
Yeah, we gotta get our shit together.
But
we love you.
Yeah.
Hit us up.
Working class slobs, bro, but not socialist working class slobs, just working class slobs. Let's not.
Yeah, I'm not sharing what I don't have.
I'm just saying, Stalin. We can't be going.
Stop Stalin and turn off the.
Yeah, well, stop rushing me, bro.